After an order is placed, it is imported to our in-house custom-built database. The database filters out the rings that need to be programmed from those that already have designs made. Orders that are filtered out are sent through the database to the programmers. The programmers visualize the ring from the style number and then start designing the ring in their Gibbs CAM program. The programmers use their artistic ability to freehand the basic design and shape of the ring. They then adjust the geometry of the ring to our standard measurements. Programmers set the tool paths to drive the CNC machines in creating the ring. Once the ring is programmed, they can create a 3D rendering to test the tool paths and do a final check on the style. After the program is correct, they attach it to the item number and send it back to scheduling. After each item has a program, they are strategically scheduled by metal type and due date. The scheduler uses the lean principles of flow and prioritization to manage the workload of the departments. The items are sent to the machinist with the program and information on bar size and tooling. The machinist then load the program and run the ring. Every morning, the machinists run a test ring on every machine to check their accuracy and verify the unique tooling package per machine. If a tooling change is necessary for a custom style, they make the needed changes and recalibrate the machine. We have 9 different CNC machines. We have 2 hard-hinge lathes. These machines run plain styles that don't require any live tooling. There are 2 types of tooling, static and live. Static tooling means that the tool does not move, only the bar. This takes place on all of our lathes. In live tooling, the tool moves and cuts to accommodate the pattern of the tool. We have 3 Okuma 200s. These machines have live tooling capabilities with a 4th axis, which adds the ability to design on flat surfaces. The Okuma 250 is another lathe with a bar feeder, allowing this machine to run multiples of one ring of the same style and size for hours without manual feeding. We also have 2 Washans, both of which have a lathe plus live tooling. Our last machine is the mill, which primarily makes our displays, dog tags, and any other flat work. After the machinists load the program and run the ring, it is then measured and inspected for quality. If the ring fails inspection, steps are taken to solve and prevent the problem, adhering to the lean principle of continuous improvement, or kaizen. If the ring is correct, they mark it in the database, which automatically triggers the printing of the jacket in which the ring is placed. The jackets are then placed in the outgoing box. From here, the rings are taken to finishing cells. The finishers are grouped in cells or teams, incorporating another principle of lean. Each ring is assigned a difficulty level according to what is required to finish the piece. Every cell has at least one member with the highest level of training. A designated team member selects 5 rings of the same metal from a variety of levels for maximum efficiency. The cells can be dedicated to finishing one material, so the flow of rings is constant. Level flow is an important principle of lean. Controlling movement is another lean principle used in the finishing cells, which is why each operator has every tool he or she will need within an arm's reach. Before finishing the rings, a team member inspects and measures the ring. After the dimensions and style are checked, the teams polish the inside portions. The outside portions are finished with any of our 20 different finishes, all by hand. We offer 20 different finishes on our rings: satin, polish, stone, cross satin, angle satin, hammer, bead blast, sand blast, Florentine, stipple, disc 1 through 6, tree bark 1 through 3, and rock. It takes a great deal of training and artistic ability to achieve consistency on each finish. After the ring is finished, it is cleaned and inspected. If it doesn't have any stones or precious metals, it is sent to engraving. Otherwise, it is then sent to the jewelers. We have 4 jewelers at Lashbrook. The jewelers work with all of our precious metals and stone settings. Making mokume gane is one of the unique processes the jewelers at Lashbrook perform. Mokume gane means wood grain in Japanese. Our jewelers make all of our mokume in-house. They start by cleaning the precious metal with soap and water. After the pieces of precious metal are cleaned, they are stacked in order. The order varies by type of mokame. Once they are stacked, they are placed between two blocks. The mokame with these two blocks are then placed in foil and cooked. After cooling, the edges are sanded down to make a smooth, square billet. The billet is then rolled out. Once the billet is rolled out, it is then twisted to create the wood grain look. Halfway through twisting the metal, it is then annealed to make it easier to work with. It's then twisted again. After the correct amount of twisting and annealing, the mokame is then rolled back into a square. From there, it is rolled flat and cut to be the correct size for inlays. Another unique talent our jewelers have is setting stones in alternative metals. Traditional jewelers don't have the tools and machinery to set diamonds in harder metals like cobalt chrome. The jewelers at Lashbrook, on the other hand, have the equipment and talent to cast and work with precious metals as well. We offer two types of engraving. The diamond tip signature engraver is perfect for simple text engraving on titanium, cobalt chrome, Damascus steel, mochame, and precious metals. We also have 2 laser engravers at Lashbrook. Laser engraving is perfect for inside and outside text, as well as image engravings, including extremely fine detailed engravings. Once the rings are engraved, they receive their final inspection. Once they pass inspection, they are invoiced and boxed. The last stage in the process is to check the shipping address and the ring for correct style, finish, and engraving. And last of all, it is boxed up and sent on its way, ready for your client to fall in love with. As you can see, here at Lashbrook there really are endless options and endless possibilities. Many falsely believe that alternative metal rings cannot be cut off a person's finger. The following will disprove that, as well as provide the necessary steps in order to safely and successfully remove a ring while still being worn. These steps are also important to ensure the maximum lifespan of the tool and safety of the client. This tool can be purchased directly from Lashbrook.
Ready? Yep.
Lashbrook. Endless options, endless possibilities.